Big surprise!
It's 2018, actually.
Yeah. Happy New Year, y'all.
Yay!
Happy New Year. Welcome to, I guess now, the second annual Driveys.
We're recording this shit later than we did last year.
Yeah, but still, it's still the new year. So
Yeah.
at least we fully got through 2018. And at least we're recording this on like the first day of the new year too. So it's not even not that bad.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait till the end of January until I upload it.
End of January of 2019.
Yes.
You're gonna wait a whole year just to deprive no one.
Exactly. Now, how exactly did we do this last year? Did we just kind of like launch right into it, or did we just kind of
yeah, the first.
We kind of circled around.
Yeah.
So it would be like you would take the top one, him second one, me third
Oh,
one.
like to introduce the category.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
just kind of go into it, same order.
Cool. Well, Quentin, how about you start out with best album?
I thought we should start with best song because that kind of makes more sense, and then we can do best album.
Okay then.
I wrote these down at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so I didn't really organize them very well.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I organized them pretty well. Kind of. Okay, so for best song of the year, I mean, it's best song that we like this year. Not necessarily from a movie, just a song. I'll start with mine. Mine were DNA by K-Dot and Head Like a Haunted House by Queens of the Stone Age. Because I played those the most. That's the only reason why.
For me, according to Spotify, my most played song of the year was Last Train Home by Pat Metheny Group, followed very closely by DNA. Though I don't think those were my favorite songs. I think probably my favorite song of the past year was actually The Story of OJ by Jay-Z.
Yeah, I could.
That one was a really solid song. Like, with nice, like, jazzy pianos, just... it's just something about it that was just very unique and refreshing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait for. Oh yeah, so best song was like specifically from this year, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I initially put.
Which is why Pat Metheny Group kind of gets disqualified from that game coming out in the 70s. I was just saying, according to Spotify.
Yeah. I don't really listen. You guys probably know this. I don't really listen to a whole lot of new music very often. Yeah. So, but there were the first song that came to mind was "Feel It Still" by Portugal the Man. You guys have probably heard that, right?
No.
It's like a very catchy kind of like poppy. It's like one of those things that like white girls would like dance to a sorority. But it's like a decently alright.
That makes sense.
But then I changed it. I changed it to a song that I feel like captures the sound of our generation, which is
Christ.
"Man's Not Hot" by Big Man Shaq. That's
I thought you were
good shit.
I thought you were gonna bring up that Jake Paul song that my brother.
No,
made me
fuck
listen
that.
to.
Fuck that. I have class and I have taste. All right. Yeah, I've listened to that song way more times than I.
What is
care
it? It's
to
like
admit.
it's every day, bro.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
the one.
No,
the
the
remix
There's
featuring
a
Gucci Mane.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That is a thing.
Straight up, yeah, it exists. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
No.
My brother just turned it on in the car one day. He's
I-
like, "Hey man, you gotta hear this shit." And I'm like,
And can we add an impromptu category real quick?
Sure, why not?
Best meme song of the year.
"Oh Jesus!"
I'm putting in my money for "Syrup Sandwiches" by Kendrick Lamar.
Just because I saw the remix where it was that non-stop, and it made my heart grow 3 sizes.
It's this decade's mom spaghetti.
I'm still gonna go with Big Man Shaq though.
That, to be
Man's
fair,
Not
that
Hot.
works.
That actually,
that is actually a meme song.
Yeah.
So like
syrup
sandwiches. That or maybe it was the because I think Mouth Moods released this year, so you could put down that one with AC/DC mixed up with
Dude,
1,000 Miles.
that
one killed you.
That one and Time are my favorite.
That one was good too.
Oh my
TIME.
God.
That's just who knew that YMCA, when you remove the instrumentals, is actually a very inspirational song.
And works very well with this theme from Inception.
I'm gonna play you those
I
two
have
after
no
this
idea
cast.
Okay,
It's
I
fucking
literally have no idea
hilarious.
what the fuck you guys are talking about.
It's from an album called Mouth Moods, which have you ever watched Potter Puppet Pals?
Yes.
It's from the same guy who made that.
God.
He
damn.
he
Okay.
released 3 compilation albums where he takes like 2 songs and mashes them together in like every track.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of the main ones where he mixes up AC/DC's Back in Black with the song that goes
Yeah, 1,000 Miles. Yeah.
I don't know who it's actually by, but
No one does.
Yeah.
I was about to
Everyone
say,
knows the song that goes doodle-doodle-doo. But
It's the one that Terry Crews sings to in White Chicks.
that's amazing.
Yeah, have you not seen that?
No, I need to. now.
Oh, yo,
I need to just for that scene.
It is beautiful.
Oh, but that's best song and best meme song.
Done.
We'll just go clockwise here. So, best album of the year
Yes.
that released this year specifically, because I do think there is an album I enjoyed, like I started listening to this year, but it released last year.
Mm-hmm.
So my album of the year is All American Badass by Joey Badass.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, and ironically enough, this one also released on April 7th.
Yeah.
The same day as Damn.
No, Damn released the week after.
Really? I thought it was April 7th.
It was supposed to be April 7th, and then on April 7th, he was like, oh no, and he put up a pre-order for an album that had no title and no track listings. That's what happened on April 7th. But he did that so that Joey Badass could get more sales.
Fair enough.
Or at least that's what a lot of people think.
Oh, that's very nice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough for him. But I was like, because the only reason why I thought it was April 7th is in the Heart Part 4, he says you have April 7th to get shit together.
That's why everyone's mad, because they're like, now whenever I listen to that song, it's lies.
But no, okay. All American Badass by Joey Badass. Just really refreshing rap album. It's got what I like from Pimp a Butterfly being like jazzy flows, different instrumentation just kind of weaved into out. Plus, just like Melon Man said on Needle Drop, it feels like the Pimp a Butterfly, but on a more grand and a little bit less focused scale. So it's great. I absolutely adore it. How about you, Casey?
Yeah, so I basically only listened to like 2 albums that released this year. One of them obviously being Damn by Kendrick Lamar. That one would probably be the best one, I guess.
Oh yeah.
The other one is I keep telling you guys about this. That one band in Ohio.
Yeah.
They released an album this year called Heatwave that I'm pretty sure only like 500 people listen to. So, but it's all right. It's got its moments. I like their early stuff better.
It's from my favorite wasteland in the American continent.
Yeah.
Right below the Death Valley.
Yeah. Okay, so for me,
because there's a lot of shit that you like this year, so I'm interested to see what you say.
For best album of the year, for me, I picked 2, and I picked pretty much 2 for like most of the categories that we did. And I put it into 2 categories. One is the one that I like the jams the most, and one is the one that like
you think is like the best.
That is like the best music, exactly. For the best jams, I picked Saturation 2.
Okay.
Because
for that category, if I'm doing that, I'd probably pick Saturation 3 myself.
Well, that's because I did this before 3 came out, and I haven't listened to 3 enough. But Saturation 2, what is the one song? It's Jello, I think. That song.
The names on that series.
Who is that? Who's Saturation 2? Who is that by?
It's by Brockhampton.
It's a rap collective from Texas.
Okay.
And they released 3 albums since like May of this year, and they're all like really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of bangers. Like that kind of like a hard rap, but it's.
I've heard the name Brockhampton. It doesn't sound familiar though.
Yeah, I mean they've recently blew up, but they have like this weird instrumentation to them that it took me a little bit to warm up to at first. I knew I'd like it given some time, but now I really like it.
Yeah.
It's like an acquired. Well, I wouldn't say an acquired taste, but it's more of an acquired taste than say Kendrick.
Okay.
And then see. What's really funny is if you look at the song names, is I think the first album, all the song names are 4 letters until the last song, which is 5. The second album, all the songs are 5 letters, and then the last song is 6. And the last album, all the songs are 6 letters,
except for the first one.
Except for the last one.
Sorry, this is the last one. 4, which is what you were saying earlier. Is that like it's kind of a cycle? Yeah.
And then the other one, and this is for the one that I think was like critically best, and that's Flower Boy. And I didn't get into that album till way after it came out, because it came out did it come out over the summer?
I think it was over the summer.
It might have been over the summer. No, it came out in August or September.
No, that sounds about right, because I remember listening to it about the beginning of.
Because I remember I put it off because of the new Queens of the Stone Age album.
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah. But then once I got into it, that's like a really solid album.
It is. It's just towards the back end I don't enjoy it as much.
I think, yeah, so the latter tracks aren't as good as the first tracks, but I still think it's a pretty good album.
Yeah, I think I listened to it once while I was studying at UTD, but like it didn't. I didn't really listen to it. I thought it was good, but I didn't listen to it a whole lot of other like times. I only listened to like that once, and I've been meaning to go back to it, but like.
I think with Flower Boy, there's about 4 or 5 tracks that are like an immediate hit, and everyone other tracks is kind of like you got to listen to it a few times to really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But,
You start.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
Yep.
So best soundtrack.
Yes,
that's what I got. Okay, so this is I got one of those things that I had 2. I'm assuming this is from a movie, right?
Yes.
Movies. Right? Okay, yeah. So I did. I had 2 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and then Baby Driver.
Okay.
Those are the 2
understandable.
I had.
Very very understandable.
Yeah,
choices.
and those because those are like. Those are obviously the movies that had like the most like notable like noticeable songs, I suppose.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy, like music plays pretty heavily into like the brand,
right? Yeah.
And then Baby Driver, it's like music is a central focus.
Sure.
So
yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But like, and I've said this before, like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 started out. The second song played was Mr. Blue Sky by Yellow, which is my favorite song of all goddamn time.
Ding, ding, ding.
And fuck you for that fucking.
He's the one who showed me that
video.
video. Thank you.
Fuck
very much.
you.
It's great.
Fuck you for that fucking meme
Tink,
video.
tink, tink, tink.
That is like that's legitimately a song I want to like die listening to, and now all I can think about is just
Tink,
fucking
tink, tink.
It's about dicks.
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
yeah. Like honestly, if that song wasn't in there, I might have just not put Guardians of the Galaxy 2 there.
Yeah.
But because I mean, I probably would have considered it, but like Baby Driver.
But that really pushed it over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So for me, I picked 2, but I put it into 2 categories again. One was for the best like original music.
So what you're doing with your list is you have a category and you have 2 subcategories for each category.
Some of them.
basically.
Some of them I just picked 2 just because, but some of them like I picked 2 for different.
And then like your
reasons.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one is Baby Driver, and that's just like it picked songs that were already a thing
Sure.
and put them into the movie. And then the other one was Coco.
Which had the
Okay,
best
yeah.
original soundtrack. Okay,
Exactly.
that's what you're going with. So you're
Okay.
going with like pulled songs versus original soundtrack.
Yes. But see, and the thing is I had the hardest trouble with this one because I don't think, because last year there was a lot more, like La La Land had really good music.
That's a straight up musical.
Yeah, there were a lot of, I feel like there were a lot more movies where I liked the music more than this year, because like the only one that I thought of with a really good original soundtrack was Coco.
That's the same with me. Like I couldn't remember anything else. There was a lot of standout stuff like Baby Driver and Guardians of the Galaxy. And then Thor Ragnarok had a pretty fucking sweet one with Led Zeppelin.
Thor was pretty
Yeah.
good too.
But I mean that was like the one track.
Yeah.
So like that had a great musical moment, mind you, but yeah, I'm in agreement. Like the only I'm even mine to Coco, but that's really the only one that really stood out to me. Baby Driver had great music integration, but I just the tracks in general, the only one I really remember is like that one Queen song. I think it was Bright Rock.
Yeah.
That's like the only one I remember being in the movie. So I just remember it was done well. I just don't remember what's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. Then the next thing is best other media, which is games and television.
Basically everything besides music and movies.
Yes. And I picked 5 things for this. I'll run them down really quick.
Okay.
So for television, Better Call Saul season 3, because that was like that is like one of the best written television seasons since Breaking Bad. It's like some solid shit. Master of None.
Universe.
Master of None season 2, because I got into it this year and I love that show. Samurai Jack season 5, which did a really good job wrapping up the series. Wolfenstein 2, because I think that game's bonkers and amazing. I've already said enough about that. And Mario Odyssey, just because I've spent so much damn time in it.
That you have.
Okay, done.
Cool. Well, I have one because I do have some other media mentions in my honorable mentions, but the reason why it's not in best other media is because those other media came out in previous years that I played this year. So my best other media, my number 1 game of the year, best number 1 AAA game release is Persona 5. Again, that one's pretty easy to see coming for me.
Was that released this year?
Yeah, it was released in April of this year.
Okay, April this year.
It was released in 2016 in Japan, but again,
It counts, whatever.
it counts. It released stateside 2017. So massive RPG. I'm going to play it through a second time at some point in the future. Like just amazing characters, amazing like setting and theme. Even the fucking menus stand out to me. Like it's nuts how good this game is for me. So that's really it for best other media for me. At least stuff that released this year.
For me, Game of Thrones season 7.
See,
like,
I was going to put that.
Yeah.
I knew you were going
Because
to.
we saw like a good amount of the episodes
We
together.
saw like 3 or 4 of the
We
episodes.
saw 3 or
together.
4, yeah. And like there were vivid moments where like immediately after we were just in silence, just in shock of what happened.
No, man, I remember when we were watching the finale when they were in the north and Littlefinger, and you were just like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
You stood up, and so did I.
Yeah.
I haven't done that watching television since season 4 when Joffrey got killed.
Yeah.
I straight up stood up. I was like, "Yeah, boy!"
Now I know when Joffrey dies.
Like it matters. Shut up. You tried to watch it and you gave up. You can go fuck yourself.
He'll be a giant cunt all the way up until then.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Wait, which season are you on?
Like halfway through season 1.
And he's been there for like 4 weeks or 5 or
Bro,
longer
you gotta,
than that.
I
You
got
gotta pick
other
it up.
shit
You
I
gotta
want to
pick it
do.
Yeah, you've got
Suck
a lot
my
of
nuts.
Joffrey. You got a lot of Joffrey to come out of you.
The fuck did you do?
I
You?
broke the paper.
Oh well, at least you didn't break the card.
Was there anything else, or just?
Oh well, I mean, I was considering Master of None season 2, but like Game of Thrones takes it all away.
You're next.
Cool. Next category I have is honorable mentions. So I took this category, if I remember correctly, it was stuff that either did not release this year that I want to give a shout out to,
Yes.
or just stuff that wasn't exactly worthy of the award by itself, but want to at least bring note to.
Yeah.
So I got 3 here.
Okay.
And this is the one where I create my own subcategories. Best indie game played this year in general was Valhalla, which is a cyberpunk bartending game. Pretty sweet, just good story and good characters.
Mm-hmm.
Played through that one twice just to get all the different achievements. I'm just 1 away from platinuming.
Mm.
Let's see. Then the best non-weeaboo game played this year was because Valhalla is kind of weeby.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, but that one was probably Devil Daggers, which again released in 2016. Fucking really solid shooter. It's just bare bones. Just you're in arena, kill shit, don't die.
It is literally bare bones.
Yeah, there's just bones everywhere. It's great. Like there's only one achievement: survive 5 minutes.
Yeah, that shit's not gonna happen for either of us ever.
And like 0.1% of players has ever achieved that.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
probably just
my
the developer.
best time is like sub 3 minutes. It's like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like it's bonkers. And then the most important movie that I've seen this year was probably Do the Right Thing.
yeah.
Yeah, just because like it didn't release this year, released in the 90s. But I saw it for the first time this year, and I was floored. I absolutely adore that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, very important message at that.
Mm-hmm.
So, when did we see that? It was like February, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't
that was
February.
in
It was
summer.
No, it was recent because it was when Taylor Swift's new song came out.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
No, because it was the same weekend that we saw. Like we had the triple feature of T2.
Oh, it was after the South Carolina thing. That's the reason why, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what it was. Because I knew they had some kind of political event while
That's
they were
what it was.
showing it.
I can't
Remember
remember.
when was it? South Carolina thing was towards the end of summer. I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that
was
sounds
sometime
about
in
right.
summer towards the end of summer. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
beginning of school
We
year
definitely
and
saw
stuff.
it like during the fall semester.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I was just wondering where that was. Because I knew it was a decent while back, but not like super long ago. It just felt like super long ago.
I think that one could have been like August or September.
Yeah.
All right, so honorable mentions for me. I had 2, but I think I'm gonna add a third one.
Mm-hmm.
3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah.
That was a really great movie. I really enjoyed that. The second one was Dunkirk,
Mhm.
which is something that was shot very beautifully,
Yeah.
but something it was hard to hear and like pay attention to, and it's something that I wanted to go and see again, but I didn't get the chance to, so I may go back and see it again. The third thing was wait, crap, I forgot. Hacksaw Ridge,
Mm-hmm.
because that came out this year, right?
Yeah.
I remember we saw it this year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all left the theater like just completely like just quiet
Mhm.
in what
Just,
we had experienced. Yeah. I feel like when
Patriotism.
when a movie has like that kind of like effect on you, I feel like it deserves an honorable mention.
I have 5 again.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through them quick. Rocky movies
Mhm.
because I binged through all of those
Yeah,
over
that's
spring
right.
break.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Those are a lot better
Yeah.
than I thought they were going
Yeah.
to be. Like for real.
Yeah.
That's some good stuff. Do the Right Thing. Brett said enough about that.
Yep.
Inside Llewyn Davis. That's a really good Coen Brothers movie that stars Oscar Isaac. It's kind of like if Forrest Gump was depressing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Does he have a small mustache in it?
I think so. I can't remember.
Okay, because I feel like I've seen a commercial or a trailer for a movie with Oscar Isaac where he has a small mustache, but he doesn't stand out.
That is an oddly specific memory.
Yeah, it is. It didn't come up until you just said it, but go ahead.
Then Once Upon a Time in the West, which is a 3-hour-long Western movie, and it was any time that you get like those old movies that are like 4 hours long, like Ben-Hur, like this was Ben-Hur but in the West. It was a big epic tale, and it was good. And the last one, this is because technically it came out last year, but it didn't release until January, and we didn't see it until January, and that was Silence.
Don't remember this one.
The
I
one
didn't
that
see
was a 3-hour long about the missionaries in Japan.
Right. That was like
Yeah.
the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that was like the first movie that we saw.
Yeah.
'Cause
Shit.
Yeah, we saw it like the first week of when school started again.
Yeah,
and
I had completely forgotten about that movie.
Yep.
It was good, but
Yeah.
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna give it any rewards, but at
Yeah.
least I remember it now.
Oh, Casey, you introduced worst movie.
Best worst movie.
Best worst movie.
Best worst
okay,
movie, sorry.
this is something I actually like decently thought about.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta wait. Best worst movie, yeah. So there wasn't a date specific to it.
No, this one you can put.
Yeah,
because
because
we didn't really see any.
Yeah, we didn't see any like best worst movies like this year.
Yeah,
like,
not like
that
it's
came
so
out
bad
this
you're
year.
good.
Yeah, but like the one that I gave it to is Shakma.
Ditto.
Yeah, like it's something you truly have to see to be
It's
able to
just
understand why.
a
It's crazy
slasher
and
movie.
bizarre, and a slasher movie with a fucking baboon, like
Which is just his
in his-
dick swaying
yeah,
around.
yeah. He's banging on a door trying to get to the other female baboon
Yeah.
that we don't know is there, but yeah, it was
movie magic.
bonkers and it was fun and it was funny.
Just like the guy in the theater said, just Shakma wants to fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, I put down Bong of the Dead, and it wasn't because it was the best worst movie, but our commentary really added to that movie.
You remember any standout ones? Because I don't remember shit.
I feel
wanna
like a
see
lot of them
whole
were-
titty.
Oh, yeah.
Whole
Yeah.
titty.
Yeah, I feel like
the
a lot of
whole
them were
movie.
like about trying to bang that one girl that was in it. Yeah.
And then the other one was Treevenge, and because that one just took me by fucking surprise. That was
Yeah.
that was a lot gorier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the next one is one that has haunted me for the whole year.
This is an extra curse for you,
It's
too.
like
on top of the
Ohio.
Ohio curse.
But
But
I
less
have-
so.
But I
mind
have
you.
seen it now in movies. I have heard it on the radio like 6 times, and I saw it in The Office because when Dwight and Andy are trying to impress Aaron, this is the song they play.
Yeah, I actually don't remember that, but I think I don't remember if it was you that told me that. It was probably you that told me that. Or it might
He
have
sent
been
it in a
Brad.
Snapchat to I think both of us. And he's just
Okay,
like,
yeah.
God fucking damn it. And
Yeah.
that is...
The best use of John Denver's "Take Me Home, Country Road."
Yeah.
And I put down Logan Lucky because it actually factored into the story.
Yeah, same here. And I think that's like the most emotional impact of it. Though I do enjoy all 3 movies we've seen, and I'm going to wait till Casey reveals another one to say all 3. But I think all 3 movies used it well. It's just Logan Lucky did it the best because it is set in West Virginia.
Yeah.
It was sung decently well. It was sung by a little kid, but it had the most like story importance,
Yeah,
the
see,
story relevance.
So I immediately knew which movie I was gonna pick, like from the moment I knew that this was gonna like be a category, and it goes to Kingsman Golden Circle for me.
Which
like,
that
when
was a
yeah.
really close one for me. The other 2 are like
Well,
nearly
the
tied
other
for
one was
second.
Alien Covenant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's-
even remember it.
Yeah, because I mean, just like when Merlin's standing on the like platform and he's singing it, and it's his like last service.
That was
and
probably
he's-
the best
He was on,
sung version.
Yeah, and it's honorable, and it's one of those things where he did his duty, and he's being brave throughout the entire way. I was like I was crying on the inside. Yeah, that was, and Logan Lucky. I was very touched by Logan Lucky. I thought it was very sweet and very kind. But like the one in Kingsman, like almost had
It resonated the most
It
with you.
resonated the most with me, and I. Again, like I immediately knew I was gonna pick that
And
one.
the
since I knew
pipes
it.
on that man too, like it was
Yeah,
it was
like,
well sung.
He
like it's the
fucking
best
sang it. Yeah.
musically. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. And then like Alien Covenant,
It wasn't.
I'm just happy. Like it was kind of cool in like a creepy sort of sense.
It was more of a plot device than.
Yeah, it was definitely a plot device. But the fact they used that song as a plot device was just like okay.
Yeah.
And then just the one guy's reaction is like, it's John fucking Denver. And the fact that it was the first one to use it gives it some points too.
Yeah.
And how fitting that's a horror movie that uses it first that causes a curse for you. All right. So next category. Next category is worst movie of the year. Now, this is pretty straightforward. Worst movie of the year, one that released in 2017. I got 2, one that we actually reviewed and one that we didn't review, but I actually watched. And you fucking know what that is. Fuck you. The worst... this one was kind of a toss-up for me. I originally put Cars 3, but looking back, it's not horrible. It's just very bland.
It's just a Cars movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I ended up giving it to Split, which is kind of controversial. It's the movie I enjoyed the
Wait,
least.
Splits?
Like Split.
Oh, Split. I thought you said Splits. I'm like, what fucking movie is Splits?
Just because, like, it was just... For whatever reason, it was just a goddamn mess of a movie.
Yeah.
Like...
But I mean...
Like, you kind of expect it from M. Night Shyamalan, but there honestly wasn't a whole lot of movies I just hated this year.
Yeah.
Unlike the fucking Shark movie we saw last year. That one I just despised.
The Shallows.
That one was fucking dumb. Like, when the shark impaled himself on the... Fuck that.
That was
Yeah.
a bad movie.
Split was just... It was the worst one, though it's not bad. It's just not
Yeah.
for me, in my opinion.
But I mean, from what I understand, if you watch like all the other stuff M. Night Shyamalan put out, it's a step up. From
Yeah,
what he
no,
used
that's
to
why I'm
make.
not saying it's the
You gotta give him a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
it's
but
the
still not
worst
good.
movie in my opinion that we reviewed, but it's definitely not the worst fucking movie I've seen this year, which
Which
goes to the
is-
goddamn Emoji Movie.
Yeah, boy.
Dumpster fire of a movie. God
Oh, man.
damn.
Yeah, I remember because there was one weekend that you weren't going to be here, and you were like,
You were
like,
pressuring us
like-
to see it. No.
Yeah, you were like, go see the Emoji Movie. We were
I'd
both like,
sooner
fuck
eat
that
pecans
shit.
again than eat that, than
You were
watch that
allergic to
shit.
pecans?
Yes, that's how I ended up in the ER.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That, weren't you
Oh
there?
shit! Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I did. Oh yeah. Oh
It
shit.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's how I started my winter break.
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
fun.
Fuck, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, I'd rather end up in the ER again than go watch the fucking Emoji
Yeah,
Movie.
yeah. I haven't even seen that movie, and I will never watch it
It's
ever.
bad.
Yeah. All right, so you fuckers probably already know the movies that I chose. This is
I know
Yes.
one of them, but I don't know if it's movies. I don't know what the
it's
other.
they're both movies.
But I know.
All
one
right,
of
so and these
I
are
know
movies.
one of
The Raw
them. Okay,
and was that the one that?
that was the one that I didn't know.
What was the one that you thought?
I'm gonna wait till you say what the other one is.
Mother.
Okay, yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I thought.
Okay, and the thing is, these are movies that like, I can recognize their genius. I can
Mhm.
recognize why they're good. I can recognize why other people like them. I will never fucking see them again.
Mm-hmm.
They were because Raw was fucking disgusting ass shit, and Mother felt like a bad dream the entire time that you can't wake out of.
Literally.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck those. Like I can understand the genius. I can see why people like them. I'm not calling them bad movies. I will never watch them again.
But in Mother, you gotta see titty.
Well, that's fucking true.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see a whole titty.
Twice technically, because in the beginning the clothing was very.
Oh yeah.
And then when after the baby got killed, did they eat the baby?
Yeah,
No.
they
Yeah,
definitely
they did.
ate the
Okay,
baby,
I
yeah.
couldn't
They
remember.
definitely ate that fucking
I
baby.
couldn't remember if they did or not, but yeah, when she was like screaming at him and they take her down and they're like attacking her, it's like boop. And
I
it
actually
just
don't
kinda
remember
appears.
that.
Yeah, you
Because
probably
that's
blocked out
that's the
movie.
last thing that I was concerned about at that moment. I was just like,
It was
what
like the
fuck is
last
going
10
on?
minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, yeah, but by that point, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
it was post dead baby, so at that
Yeah.
point, your mind probably definitely
Yeah.
shut it out.
yeah, but fuck those movies. Go you.
For me, I could have put this one in biggest disappointment because I had higher expectations walking into it, but for me it was Kong Skull Island because that could have been a really good movie. But like when I look back, that freaking scene where he like runs through the toxic gas and he has the
It's just
machete,
yeah.
it
doesn't-
burns my brain.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was some dumb shit.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
it
happened
is.
with that one? You have to remind
Yeah,
me.
because he's going through this like forest or like no, not even this plane,
Yeah.
this field where there's like toxic mask and he's got a gas mask on, right? And there are these like bug creatures that are flying and he's got a machete and he's like chopping them down with these like fancy ass like sword
In
moves.
slow motion.
In
He's
slow
like,
motion.
"Ugh."
And the thing is, I'm pretty sure we also got a view of what it's like to look through the gas mask, and you can't see shit. You legitimately cannot see shit.
So in
Like, even
reality,
from our point of
he's
view,
just
you
getting
literally
really
cannot
lucky
see
and just
shit. Yeah.
flailing.
Yeah.
These bugs are just flying into the machete.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Like if you're,
dumb, and I
if
love
you're
it.
gonna give us like an eye view of it, at least make us like see something, you know? Like if you're gonna try to convince us of that, yeah.
Wow, that is pretty bad.
That
Yeah.
movie was some bullshit.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
I just get to see a giant monkey smash shit though. But you have a more of attachment to Kong
Yes,
than I do.
I like Kong more.
It's like
than
you're to
Godzilla.
Kong than I am to
Exactly,
Zilla.
Yeah,
So like,
I like Big Monkey.
yeah, I saw Big Monkey go smash. I was happy.
No,
with it.
you just liked it because the after credit scene.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now, so yeah, that was worst movies of the year. I introduced that one. Yeah, I
Yes.
introduced that one. So
Oh, it's just me. Okay, wait. Sorry, let me pull it up.
Disappointment.
Best, worst,
Wait, I
biggest
don't know.
disappointment.
I thought you were supposed to. No, you introduced John Denver. So.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so biggest disappointment. This is okay. So this might come as like a shock to both of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
This is a movie that I actually really enjoyed, and a movie I still do enjoy. A movie that I reviewed very highly, and a movie that I actually do like. And that is Thor: Rock My Cock. And the reason why
Rock My
is
Cock.
because it was too funny. They forced
Okay, I
it to
can
try
see
to.
that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, because
Because the Thor movies, like historically,
Thor
they were
movies,
kind of
traditionally,
like
they've had very serious tones.
Yeah.
But then I didn't even realize this until you said it, that Guardians of the Galaxy came out, which is very funny, and it was like kind of a shift from the other Marvel movies in the sense that
Yeah.
it was the one that was like had comedy as its central like kind of thing, and
because
then
it's a bunch of doofy ragtag
Exactly. Yeah.
like anti-heroes saving
yeah,
the
and
galaxy.
then Marvel saw it, and it did really well, got a lot of money.
it did
Marvel saw that, and then
insanely well.
every movie, with the exception of Captain America: Civil War, every Marvel movie after that tried to follow that and make it too funny. And I was hoping I wanted. Looking back on it, I wanted Thor to be the exception because the Thor movies traditionally have had a very serious tone, and this one didn't. And looking back on it, there were some things that were just too forced, like the fucking devil's anus.
Yeah.
That was too forced, and that's why. Again, I enjoyed it. I still do enjoy it. I would watch it again. It's just I wanted it.
You wanted
to
something
not-
different.
I wanted something different. Yeah. That's why it gets the biggest award for me. So.
See, for me, it was Guardians of the Galaxy 2
Okay.
because the first one was just so good,
Yeah.
and this one they copied what they did in the last
Yeah.
one, and
Yeah.
it didn't work out well.
Okay,
I mean, it's what is it? See, like, so I watched the Rocky movies, and as you watch them, they don't necessarily get worse, but they don't really get better. There is kind of they stay pretty much the same because they change something and make something different each time. Yeah, he has to fight someone every time. But I mean, they'll change some aspect of the story so that it's different. With Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it was pretty much the same story.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the same humor, the same of a lot of stuff.
I wouldn't say it's the same story, but still same like galaxy-wide threads. Like, oh no,
Yeah.
you gotta stop it.
Yeah.
And then
It had a very similar kind of like tone and feel to it.
and Star-Lord just Deus Ex Machina is like the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're actually half living planet. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's make Pac-Man appear. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That
Just
did
giant
happen.
rock Pac-Man. Like
That
I saw them,
happened.
like this is fucking stupid.
That's the second year in a row Pac-Man's been used in a movie.
oh
Because
god.
he was in Pixels the year before.
Worst movie 2015, whenever that released.
You had to see both of these.
Yeah, well,
You saw Pixels,
Pixels
and
was
the
fast,
movie.
Pixels got dragged into by my family. It's like, we're gonna go see a movie. All right. Like, I didn't even know what it was until we got to the theaters. Like, we're gonna see Pixels. Fuck. I've been swindled. But my biggest disappointment was it was Good Time, and just because the trailers look so interesting, and again, this is like with Casey. Like, I very much enjoyed the movie, but like.
You were expecting something different.
I was expecting something different, and that movie was good. It's just, I don't know if it was the theater or if like the mixing was too loud or something because it was just deafening the entire time.
It was very intense.
It was very intense, and it just like, I thought it was gonna be some like other kind of bank heist movie or something, which technically it is in the beginning, but it's only for like 5 minutes, and it's just very different from what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's understandable, yeah.
But that's like biggest disappointment, not like worst movie or anything, which is why it's a separate category.
Yeah.
But so yeah, next category I suppose, Quentin.
So for me, it was for the next category. It's missed opportunity, and this is a movie that we wanted to see in theaters, but we did not get to see in theaters, and we still have not seen in theaters. And for me, that's The Big Sick, because I really wanted to see that movie, and I just can't. And I can't remember if it was just other stuff was coming out or something, but I never got a chance to see it, and I heard it was really, really good.
So let me just
really
make sure you saw none of it.
You can go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
And don't steal my joke. But see, the reason you can go fuck yourself is because you stole my joke, not because not because
Made
of
a
the
bad
joke.
joke. Yeah.
Eat my ass.
But
Continue.
It was a great movie. It was a good movie.
Hey! You know what rhymes with bitch? Your phone's on my Switch.
That's true. You're stealing my joke now.
Exactly.
Lick my dick. Continue.
But yeah, for me it was The Big Sick because it had a lot of trailers. It looked really good. Casey said it was really good.
I really enjoyed it.
I really want to see it, and hopefully I will get to see it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, this is one where I went a little bit overboard because I have 4 different movies in here.
That works.
And all of them kind of fall into a different category. The one that I missed out on that the podcast reviewed was 3 Billboards.
Yes.
Because that one just looked great. And according to both of you, it was pretty great.
It was
It's
really
just,
good,
my time frame didn't work out and I missed it.
Yeah.
The next one it was that I missed overall that I think I would like, but I don't think either one of you would like, which was a high-profile weeaboo movie that came out Your Name. Along
I
with,
heard about
I
it.
really wanted to see that. Actually,
I heard that was phenomenal. I wanted to see what the hype was about, but like people were going fucking ape shit for this movie. I'm like,
I actually
okay,
forgot about that movie.
That came out like right at the beginning of the year, didn't it?
pretty close.
Okay, because
Pretty close.
yeah, I remember that because when we went to see Silence, the guy was like, "Do you guys like anime?" And I'm like, "Do we give off that kind of aura?"
No, it wasn't. It wasn't for Your Name. It was for a Ghibli movie. That's what he was talking about.
Oh, but there were posters for Your Name up or something. I
want to say.
I can't remember. Yeah.
But no, and actually, this is getting tacked down. This falls in the same category, which I heard was just as good as Your Name, maybe a little bit worse, called A Silent Voice, which is another high-profile anime flick.
Yeah.
That was about like a deaf girl or something.
Weeaboo shit.
Yeah, another weeaboo shit. And then this is the third one in this one, technically fourth, but whatever. The third one in this one, which was that we all missed, that I think that we all would have liked, was Detroit.
Yes.
That one looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, because like that one, I was just like, that looked pretty cool. And I think we were all in agreement that like if nothing else was going on, we'd go see it. But it's just like we missed it. But,
Yeah.
Well, and then one that kind of falls into the same category, but this is just something else, was Colossal.
Yeah.
That
I actually did see that.
was it actually pretty good?
It was really good. It took a giant ass twist in the middle.
Oh
like,
boy,
it is a giant ass twist that
boy.
you would never have seen coming.
Okay.
It is. Oh, well, I guess. I mean, yeah. Like you would have loved it.
Okay, because
Honestly,
you guys know
yeah.
I love a fucking kaiju movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
No,
like
you honestly would have fucking loved it.
Which is why I'm surprised I had to like that was one of my write-ins because like I had it typed up, but I wrote in some stuff afterwards. And it's like I didn't write this one in until we went to Best Buy the other day and I saw it. And I was like, oh shit, right? They did come out this year.
I was really gonna put that, but I just wanted to see The Big Sick more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my missed opportunities, Casey.
I wish I had put your. I think I might add Your Name as an impromptu edition of mine because I've only heard amazing things about it, and Jerry Chang actually. Sorry, Jerry. He doesn't listen to this shit.
Yeah, no one listens to this shit.
He showed me like the opening scene to it, and it was just the animation was just insanely beautiful. And and I actually remember for a time I did want to see it, and I'm actually kind of disappointed I get to.
Well, I'm sure I could find it on Blu-ray at some point. I need to pick up that and a few other high-profile weed movies.
All right, and so two of these I think I might actually maybe for one of these I feel like I might still be able to catch, and then Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
That like since Thanksgiving.
That one was
I've been
pretty
trying to
good.
catch. Yeah.
It was. I'll say this because this is going to be kind of a review for Calling by Your Name. I'm not going to say anything about spoilers in the movie, but there were some parts that like I laughed a bit too hard at, which were kind of supposed to be funny, but it was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, there's a scene involving fruit in that movie that's just fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. That's something I'd probably be able to like catch in theaters. Maybe if
you get there like ASAP, you can.
Yeah, if I rush it, I'll probably be able to. The other one is Darkest Hour, which I remember you telling me that
that's
like,
also still in theaters.
Okay, yeah, that's so I'll also probably still be able to catch that. I remember you telling me it wasn't that good, but like I recently on my Facebook page there have been ads coming up for it, and it just looks and even more and more I've kind of been wanting to see it.
Yeah.
And the third one is you told me I wouldn't have liked this, but Killing of a Sacred Deer. Just because
you would have hated.
Okay, you said it was a mix between Mother and The Lobster.
Yeah,
and I haven't seen The Lobster, but I really also want to see The Lobster.
The Lobster was pretty good.
Yeah, so I feel like if it's like a good amount of that aspect to it, I might have enjoyed it.
Here's what I would say: watch The Lobster. If you like The Lobster, then go.
Yeah. I remember
then you may enjoy Killing the Sacred Deer. But I am not giving you any promises because they are very, like I said, The Lobster is The Lobster. Killing of the Sacred Deer is The Lobster and like Mother.
Yeah, but that's the guy that directed Lobster also did Killing of a Sacred Deer. Yeah. So it's kind of in like this, not the same universe, but like they're similar tones. To
it, what's really funny though is Colin Farrell stars in both of them.
Yeah.
And like, if you compare how he plays one character versus the other character, it is like the exact same from one movie to the next.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my picks. Those three. Yeah. Call Me by Your Name, Darkest Hour, and Killing of a Sacred Deer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I introduced that one, right? Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next one was biggest surprise of 2017. Mine goes to Raw. It's because from the trailers it looked like some. I don't know what it was from the trailers. It looked like it's just a kind of straight psychological horror, which it kind of turns down that road, being French cannibals and all. Bit. But it's just like, I didn't expect it to be like a coming-of-age college vet story.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, I also didn't expect it to be about fucking cannibals either, and I fucking adore this movie now. Like it's God.
See,
It was the biggest surprise to me. So
I vividly remember me and Casey seeing the trailer, being like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, and he was like, "We're not gonna see that," and I'm like, "No." And then I bought tickets.
but see, for me, this category is the exact opposite of biggest disappointments, where you go in with zero expectations
or
and
low expectations,
yeah, exactly. And it comes out being like real fucking good.
That's what the point of that one is.
That Raw for me is the epitome of that category for this year.
Yeah.
So like, hot damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember like you would. There were times where like you were watching it in the theater and you were like bent over here, and then me and Quentin we would go behind you and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? What is he doing?
I
Like,
think
why is he enjoying
this is also the only movie I saw in theaters twice this year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, because I went with a different group because I was okay, you guys want to see something fucking weird?
Ashy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And then like I probably would have gone by myself anyway if it wasn't for like. I like watching movies with other people just because I can like go, and it's just like if I'm gonna do something alone, I'd rather do it like at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not go out and do something alone.
Yeah.
But no, like that's the only movie I saw twice this year, and holy shit, was it worth both times?
Yeah, no, that and Teenage Mother when it was just you and me looking behind him like because you were engrossed in both of those.
It was disgusting, but I wanted to see how people
you were like scientifically fascinated.
Just like, wow, that's how they did it with salad tongs and a pair of scissors.
And then after the movie, you called your mom. You're like, "Mom, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm just surprised she was awake during that time, but no, the biggest surprise definitely goes to Raw. I have no other movies in this category.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that really took me that much by surprise.
Right, so biggest surprise for me. Wait, this is for like going into with low expectations.
Or none.
So for me, it was It Comes at Night, which I'm not traditionally. I'm not a very big horror fan.
Yeah.
I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of scary movies. I'll watch them, and so I went into this with just thinking like, oh, okay, let's go see this, and boy, I remember we both really enjoyed it.
It was a really fucking tense movie.
It was a fucking tense movie. It did everything it tried to do. The story gave you like a little bit of what was happening, but not enough to draw any like major conclusions.
Which is perfect for horror.
Which is perfect for horror, yeah. And it was so well done, and it was so tense. And the jump scares, there weren't too many from what I remember.
Very few.
The ones that it did have were very, very effective.
Yeah.
And so I again, not a big horror fan, but I remember coming out like really, really enjoying it, not thinking I would have, and so that gets my top spot.
See, there was a video I watched about like what media scares us, and there was somebody who said like there's nothing about a horror movie that gets scarier once the threat is explained, which is why I like The Thing so much. It's the only explanation you get is it's an alien.
The Thing.
That's it.
And Jaws, where you don't really get to see what they're actually fighting until like the very end of the movie.
And that's why I think Alien, as of like the first one at least, works so well as horror, because the really only explanation you get is like there's this weird ship that this alien thing was piloting. There's eggs, and like you get an idea of how the alien works as like an organism, but like you don't really know the true extent of what it can do.
Yeah,
like it's still so otherworldly. But yeah, didn't mean to hijack too much. It's just going into
no,
like,
but that's a very good like that's. I never thought of it that way, but that's very accurate.
Yeah.
And then Quentin?
For me, the biggest surprise, and this may come to a surprise for both of you, but for me, it was Power Rangers.
Really?
For real? Like, I went into that movie and I'm like, I'm going to hate this movie. I'm going to hate this movie.
It
and
was
I left.
alright.
It was a very entertaining and fun movie. Seeing the villain bitch slap to the moon,
I forgot about that.
Some top tier stuff right there, and I am game for the
season. And then when the Megazord just emerges from the pit on
Exactly.
fire with like the main theme jamming,
and then the multiple suplexes.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
And I actually don't know if you know this, but in the original Power Rangers, the movie, the main villain is Ivan Ooze, right?
Yeah.
And so it ends by them going up into space, right? They're both fighting each other in space, and then they beat Ivan Ooze by kneeing him in the nuts. Legitimately, that's how that ends. Nice. And then he goes off, and then I think they blast him or something, and then he like disintegrates.
And that movie,
I
went out with the biggest smile on my face. That was a fun ass movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's good.
No, it's not good, but it's fun.
No. Yeah,
it's definitely not good. But I think that's like one of those movies where you can get together with some bros and just watch it, and everyone's just like, yeah, this is fun. It's not
Yeah,
good.
no, it's not good. Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually kind of sad. I didn't include it in any of my list, and I was actually kind of sad. I didn't even include it in honorable mentions just because it didn't deserve that. But because it was such a weird in between movie.
Because they dialed up the Breakfast Club portion of it to like 11.
They did.
Yeah.
It was more of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it was
featuring giant robots.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was
which is exactly what that movie
setup.
needed to begin with. I take my statement back.
It was a very big setup. Yeah.
But so yeah, that was the last of it. So that means Casey introduces the next category.
yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. What is it?
Most entertaining.
Most entertaining movie of the year. Okay, so for me, movie I already mentioned. This goes to Baby Driver. I was very entertained by it. Edgar Wright is an amazing director, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I put 2. One of them, and this isn't because of the movie. This is because of both the movie and being able to sit next to Casey during it, and that was Mother. Because first of all, that movie had me enthralled and engaged the entire time.
Oh yeah, whether I enjoyed it or not, I was at least engaged with it.
Exactly. And being able to just watch what happened and then turn to Casey and see his face and then go back to the movie was truly priceless. It's almost as good as your reaction during Jack Frost when you were just like, he
puts antifreeze in his fucking notes.
No, your face after he said that, he's like, what's your secret ingredient? Antifreeze. You were just like...
just astounded.
And then the other one for me...
I really wish I could have seen that with you guys. That would have been fucking amazing.
We're going next year. We are going next year. No fucking question. We're going to either go to that one or we're going to go to the one on Halloween because we need to go to one of those.
I think the Christmas one were fun.
The Christmas one is shorter, but the Halloween one, they get some... That's where you get the real garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Christmas garbage is pretty good.
Well,
Halloween garbage.
I like horror movies that don't take place in Halloween, because Halloween's just like, okay, it's the horror month. But with like Christmas, it's like, you have my attention. You're already like different from the rest.
I had an additional. You probably heard this when you were like editing one of the podcasts. I don't know if it's uploaded. I forget which one. But like there was. I think it was like the week after we saw that movie. I straight up like had an additional rant the next episode to Quentin. I was just about just that scene, just the antifreeze in the fucking house. I had an additional rant because I wasn't done.
Yeah,
I wasn't done explaining how bullshit
you
that
weren't
was.
on the ride back after that one though.
Was I?
No, you weren't.
That's right. I wasn't. No, but like but I had more shit to say, and I'll say it to you after this.
Okay, because I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah.
I think that one was more like I had it muted while I was like running or whatever. But
okay.
Jesus, that one hurt.
No. Yeah, because you have little baby burps.
And the other most entertaining movie was Get Out. And that's because I think that one flipped between comedy and
that one did like
horror very well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not horror, but like thriller. Because I wouldn't call that one a straight horror movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think
the line between those two genres is kind of blurred anyway. But I do agree with you.
And same with Mother, it had me engaged the whole time. I sat down and I didn't like.
You are right about Get Out. It flips between those two without feeling tonally inconsistent.
Exactly. Yeah. Because what was it? There was one of the Marvel movies that came out. It might have been Guardians or something, but some of the Marvel movies, they try and flip between comedy, and it doesn't work out as well as it did.
I think that's a problem with Star Wars.
That's what it was. It was Star Wars.
Yeah.
You're right. It's Disney.
Yeah.
But like they tried to flip between those, and it felt inconsistent
work.
for that one. But no, I can see that one. For me, the most entertaining movie of the year was probably Logan Lucky.
Yeah.
Just because like
I can see that.
It's a really well made redneck bank heist. That alone was pretty cool for me, and I just think the character portrayals are great. Seeing Adam Driver as like a fucking amputee redneck when he was Kylo Ren in the first movie I've seen him in was just like, the fuck, man.
The total 180s.
Well, you also saw him play one of the priests in Silence.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was.
You are right. That one was fitting. Hello?
What's up, dude?
Where's Nick?
Oh, shit. Nick, get on quick.
You better watch
We're going
it.
to pause the cast real quick.
No. Before you stop that, can we just acknowledge the okay, shit.
We'll be right back.
Can we wait, can we just acknowledge the fact that your brother came into the fucking what was it, turtle onesie with
Yoshi onesie.
A Yoshi onesie with fucking graham crackers. That was the weirdest fucking shit. Okay, you can pause it if you want now.
We'll be right back, folks. Okay.
and a fucking man bun. Your brother walked in with a goddamn man bun, a Yoshi onesie, a sleeve of graham crackers, and a fucking man bun.
Welcome to the Fagnado household.
Hey.
So where were we? We were most entertaining of the year.
For yours.
Okay, and that was the last one in the category?
Yes, that was the last one. Yeah, because he introduced it.
So that means you're going to introduce the next one.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah, no, that's it. I only have the one movie.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, the next one is best superhero movie, and I have two again for like actually best and most entertaining. Most entertaining is Thor Ragnarok or Thor Rockin' Macaque, because that was like I think that was very close to the first Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of like how entertaining and good it was.
Like inconsistency and tone aside, I do think it was probably one of the most entertaining ones.
Yeah.
Yes. See, I was gonna put Spider-Man, but Thor just. I think another reason why Thor hit me a lot is because it surprised me because the other Thor movies are trash, especially the second one. Casey's the only. That's why I'm looking at you because he hasn't seen them.
I ain't seen shit.
Yeah. It's
Because so far the Thor movies have been the weak point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, and this is one of the ones that like
Is
not Hulk.
it up.
I'm talking about movies they kept up with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which ironically, both Hulk and Thor are in this movie, and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
Then the other one is Logan, and I'm pretty sure that might be on like all of our lists because that was just like a stellar ass movie.
I have something different actually.
That was a really
Well, we'll see what you have different.
Okay,
solid movie.
So for me, I went with two. We actually did see quite a few superhero movies on here, but one was my best overall. My other was my best MCU, just because there are so many MCU movies. We got 3 this year.
Yeah,
that's how it's gonna work. They put one out in February. They put one out in the summer.
Yeah,
they put one out in November.
Last year there was only 2, right?
No, last year we
think
had
so.
Civil War, Doctor Strange, and then there was one that came out in February. I think.
I don't think so. I think
Maybe, I should have nothing of Deadpool.
No, it wasn't Deadpool. There was. I swear there was
Deadpool
something
came
else.
out not in February. It came out in like March, April.
No, it came out in February because of a Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah, it did come out in February.
Did it?
Yeah, it came out on Valentine's Day, which is
shit,
why
it
the
did.
marketing was like,
yeah, it did. Yeah,
Deadpool's the best romantic comedy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No. Okay, but so my best overall, Quentin predicted it pretty easily, was Logan. Because it's just such a well fucking made movie in general, and that ending hit me like a fucking brick truck.
Trust me, I was there.
Oh shit. Like legit, that was like the only movie I actually cried at. A fucking superhero movie.
Yeah.
But man, and then the best MCU movie, I think I went with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because despite the saturation that Spider-Man's gotten over the years, I think this was just the most well made. The comedy, like it wasn't totally inconsistent like the other two. And then it was just, it was a smaller scale in the MCU just because it was just one hero and one villain again. You didn't have to worry about saving the world. You just had to worry about stopping one villain, which I thought was refreshing. Not to mention this is the first time we actually have like a teenage Peter Parker in a movie, which again was refreshing. It was just good overall. Like I really like this one as the what's my best MCU movie of the year. But yeah, that's it for my superhero movies. And then Casey.
Yeah, you see, so I do think Logan was absolutely amazing. It's definitely up there. It's something that hit me very hard as well. But I went with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where like it's my favorite Spider-Man movie, and I think it's also my favorite Spider-Man. Tom Holland did a really good job with it. I think I'd have to say that. And I think it's a very, like you said, making him a teenager, making him fight just one person. It's a very nice, kind of refreshing.
Yeah, especially from like the massive fucking scale the MCU movies have been at recently.
Yeah. So and also when I thought of like the best superhero movie, Spider-Man was the one that popped out.
Yeah.
The most to me. So yeah, I went with that.
You were right. It was just 2 because
because like I didn't remember. I remember there being like more than like 2 superhero movies. Because Deadpool, but like maybe you're also thinking of X-Men Apocalypse. Is why you're thinking of maybe another superhero movie.
Maybe, but
That
I was
came
just
out in
thinking
summer,
that because there's going to be 3. There were 3 this year, and then there's going to be 3 this coming year,
Which is going to be Black Panther.
Infinity.
Infinity's next year.
Yeah.
Infinity War is May 4th.
And then Captain Marvel.
Nope.
No,
Captain Marvel's
2019. Okay, what's
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And the Wasp. I forgot about
I'm
that one.
hyped for that.
Yeah, boy.
That was going to be
For
pretty
that.
sweet.
I have a very big crush on Evangeline Lilly.
You know what's
She's
really funny though
very
is
attractive.
Ant-Man was the last movie to come out before Civil War, which was the beginning of Phase 3. Okay,
Yes.
3. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
Civil
Infinity
War
War is
started
the end
Phase
of
3,
Phase 3, right?
No, Civil War is the beginning of the new phase.
Not Civil War.
Infinity
Infinity
War?
War.
No, the part 2 is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Part 2 is the end of Phase 3?
Yeah, part 2 of Infinity
So Phase
War.
3 is just fucking huge.
Phase 3 goes from Civil War last year until Infinity War at the end of next year.
Wait, so
Infinity
they're
War
going
Part
to
2
be
at the
two
end.
Infinity
Two
Wars.
parts, yeah.
Oh, okay. And the end of Phase 3 is going to be the second Infinity War.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought Infinity War Part 2 was like forever in the future.
No,
So
they go part 1, and then they're going to do Ant-Man and the Wasp, then Captain Marvel, then part 2.
Okay.
I believe. There might be some other movies in between, but...
See, of
part
all
2.
those next year, I think I'm hypest for Black Panther. That's just looking real good.
Dude, Kendrick, Vince Staples, and Run the Jewels are on the soundtrack for it.
Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, without it being rated R, I think they're just going to do the beats on that one.
Well, I know they used some of the vocals for Legend Has It in the first Black Panther trailer, and then in the newest one, they use very snippets from Vince Staples' Big Bop.
Because like I was just listening to Legend Has It today, I'm like, yeah, this is probably gonna be in the Black Panther movie, but I'm like, there's no way they're gonna put the full lyrics in that movie.
Obviously not. No,
so I'm just thinking it's gonna be mostly beats, or maybe into like key lines, like step into the spotlight. Or
I'm
something.
completely okay with that.
I'm okay with it. I'm just thinking like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm most hyped for Black Panther just because it seems like it looks like, because I said it was most MCU movies have been too comedic. Black Panther seems like it's kind of straying away from that. It's going back to a more serious kind of tone.
There's obviously going to be some like one-liners and stuff.
Well, yeah, no, obviously, yeah.
But Black Panther as a whole is a more serious hero. At least that's
and
how they're portraying him.
based on also what we've seen in Civil War, it seems like it's going in that direction. So.
That and like it's going to be more acrobatic combat.
Yeah,
which is like,
absolutely.
That is what I'm hyped for.
The scene where he's like, I never freeze, and then jumps off the plane and then like throws us the
That's
balls.
cool.
That is fucking.
And then in the trailer where he's
boss.
like, where he gets tossed with the car, he runs along a building and then jumps onto another
that
car.
is
It's like,
fucking
you
badass.
bitch, you thought. No. I'm still here. I'm fucking hype as shit for that.
Looks good.
Which, and it's next month. So, goddamn, I'm ready. But, okay, we had enough of that category.
Yeah.
So, who's introducing the next one? Case was... No, I think... You were the one who introduced superhero movie, so I'm introducing the next one.
Yes.
So, best sequel/series movie. This one, I discounted all MCU ones just because there's just so much. I didn't want my list to be filled up too much with, like, superhero stuff.
That's kind of why I put that one, is because we have the superheroes for the superhero movies.
Yeah, I figured that's what you're going for. So, really, the only one that I saw... like that was even a series movie was Blade Runner 2049, which I liked. It's just I like the first one so much more, and I've warmed up to this one over time. Like even going back, it's just like there was just a lot to take in, and the fact that it was a 3-hour movie, Jesus.
Well, but I mean, there was Star Wars that you saw, and Alien Covenant, and
there's Star Wars. I think I brought this one up before, Star Wars, which I think I might put in place of Blade Runner 2049. But I think Blade Runner 2049, even if I didn't enjoy it as much, I still think it's the better series and sequel.
Yes.
Alien Covenant, no. As much as I like
Alien,
as much as I love Alien, it's just that movie wasn't good.
They cannot make good movies no more.
Yeah, what was the other one you were talking about? You said
I said Star Wars, Alien, Kong is technically,
but I'm not counting it.
Yeah.
Because that one's like sort of standalone. It's in a series right now, but like I'm not counting that shit. So yeah, it still goes to Blade Runner.
Yeah,
Right.
I was considering putting Blade Runner 2, but I still I haven't seen the first one at all. So like, and I
still haven't seen it.
I still haven't seen it.
God damn it.
I've been meaning to, but I haven't.
If you like 2049, I
did,
do think you would like the
Yeah,
first
and
one.
I've been meaning to see it, and I want to. So like, but I haven't, and so for that reason, like Blade Runner 2049 is kind of I kind of have to see it as its own like standalone.
Yeah.
Just because I haven't seen
Just
the
because you
other
haven't
parts of
experienced
it.
the other one.
And also because like the only time that I saw it was like the night with you guys, and that was not a good experience because it was fucking freezing and I was tired as shit. And so I also want to rewatch that movie before I can like say anything about it. But I was considering it.
I will say for this one, for me, this category hinges on like you had like like you're saying, it's not really a sequel movie if you haven't seen the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
So like even if you enjoyed it, I think you
and I
on
did enjoy
principle
it,
have to disqualify any movies you saw this year, which is why I would have put Kingsman here, but I didn't see the first one.
Right.
So I was like, on principle, I kind of have to put Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, because you can't, because I mean, especially with those two movies, like Blade Runner and Kingsman, because those two kind of work as standalone.
A little bit, yeah. They draw from the other one, especially 2049. Like, it definitely draws from it.
But you can see those without having to see the first one.
Yeah. You're just be a little bit lost on who Deckard is a little bit. But I mean, like, once you know that he was a dude in the previous movie that, like, who ran away with a replicant, that's really all you really need to know for this movie.
Yeah. So, for me, I put Wonder Woman as the best sequel slash series.
Fair
And the
enough.
reason for that is because like you
came
can
out this year.
kind of see Wonder Woman as a sequel to Batman vs Superman in some
Kind
sense.
of a reverse sequel because it's a prequel.
Kind of. I mean, it technically.
Well, which is why it's
Technically a
category
flashback,
is-
and it takes place after. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, but for me, the reason why I put that was because there's obvious growth and improvement. Because with Man of Steel, not good. Man of Steel, not good. Batman vs Superman, not good.
marginally better.
Marginally better. Suicide Squad, not so much. And then now we get Wonder Woman, which was a good movie.
And then Justice League, which is
better.
goes in the same fucking direction.
No, it's I like just I think just there's obvious growth and improvement. They're learning from their mistakes, and I feel like they're catching on to that, and I have to give them respect and props for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you actually did see the other movies in that
Yeah.
series. So.
Yeah. So
See, for me, the DC universe is like starts at Man of Steel, and I think Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman are on like the same level.
They're okay, but not
They're
good.
okay.
No,
Yeah,
they're not. They're definitely not good. They're okay.
They're okay.
But they're not god awful.
Yeah,
Because
no.
that's where Suicide Squad is.
Yeah.
It goes Man
See,
of Steel.
I think you used to think both of them were just god awful until Suicide Squad came out. And you're
yeah,
like,
and then I was like, damn.
okay, it's not as bad. Go back.
Yeah, those two,
Mhm.
then Suicide Squad,
Right.
Wonder Woman, and then Justice League is on the same level as Batman. And
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
I think they did a lot better with the characters, but in terms of story,
Okay, well, no,
it's fucking
in
trash.
terms, the story was trash, but I feel like it was more cohesive and understandable. I
agree
feel like
with
there was a
that,
bigger story plot
Yeah.
than in the first two.
More followable.
Exactly. Yeah. It was still edited really weirdly, and it was it didn't make
Zack
sense.
Snyder.
Zack Snyder. But like, I feel like it's so for I agree with you up until here. So it would go down, but not like
Not a
So
lot.
still overall
Not a lot,
improvement, but it's
Yeah,
still
so-
a downgrade.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Overall improvement, but downgrade for Wonder Woman. Yeah, I feel like they're catching up. I feel like they're seeing what they're supposed to be doing. That doesn't make sense.
And the next DC movie is Aquaman that comes out
Yeah.
next year. And
Mhm.
I'm kind of excited.
See,
for that.
yeah, I'm excited for it, but like it's
Well,
we
who
don't know
fucking
what's
knows
gonna-
where
yeah,
it's
who
going to
fucking
be
knows
at
where
this
it's
point?
gonna
It
be,
could
yeah.
go backwards
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mara was a character in Justice League.
for like 4 minutes.
Wait, who?
Yeah, Mara. Like
Oh, is that
Aquaman's
the
wife.
guy that Wonder Woman that Aquaman talks to?
No,
Yeah.
that's Aquaman's wife.
she had the water powers.
And it's Mira, thank you very much.
Is that not the way? Is that not the woman that he was talking to?
Well, I'm sure he was talking to her. at
He was
one
talking to her
point.
for like wait, because he makes that like vortex of like air underwater.
Mhm.
Oh no, she does that. That's her power.
But
Yeah.
that's her, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's his wife.
She's a
Yes.
water wizard.
That's his wife.
Yeah.
Well, it is in the comics. I don't know if they're wife and husband in the movie.
It didn't seem like
Probably
the wife and
yes.
husband in the movie. It didn't seem like it.
Who knows?
But I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I could see them getting together. But yeah.
For me, I put 2. I think Star Wars was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good follow up. I think it was better than
Yeah.
the Force Awakens in some aspects, but not as good at it in others aspects.
Sure.
Because I've now seen it how many times?
4 times.
I think it's 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it 4 times.
Sure, it's not like 3.5 because I'm pretty sure you slept through half of it. One time.
Huh?
Didn't you say you slept through one of it? Like the one time?
Yes, I did, but that was because I didn't care for the beginning, and I will still stand by that statement. The beginning is the worst part.
Do you mean the
of it.
casino part?
No, most. Of
Oh,
the
like the
beginning.
part where they're like trying to like get away.
Before the story splits, basically.
Okay, yeah.
No, that part I was awake for. I was awake until what? I think it's like when the story splits that I fell asleep, and then I woke back up when they got all back together, and I'm like,
Okay,
"It's a
yeah.
good movie now."
Okay, the Luke and Ray stuff in like the middle is good.
I agree with you if you discount Luke's sarcastic old ass.
Yeah, yeah.
But one scene that will still make me laugh every time I see it is when he's like, "Reach out," and, and he's like, "That's the Force." Oh shit!
Ow! Alright.
And then the other one is War for the Planet of the Apes.
You like your monkeys.
You guys didn't see that movie with
No,
me.
we didn't see that.
That was
Because I didn't see the other ones and I knew I was going to be fucking lost.
Yeah.
but that's
I hadn't seen the second one. I saw the first one and I liked it, but I hadn't seen the second one.
second. That is one of the few series where it
Very
starts here and it will go up. And
Yeah.
the first one is actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
First one's not amazing.
No,
but the first one's
but
pretty
it's-
good.
Yeah, it's
Second one's really good. Third one is like
yeah. It's an upward trend.
So, I introduced, was it me who introduced
You
this
did
one?
that.
So,
He's
Casey,
next.
best, next category.
action movie.
Action movie. All right, so Atomic Blonde. Charlize Theron is fucking wifey material. I have had a crush on her since I was a little fucking kid, and I
Have you seen Mad Max Fury Road?
I've not.
Dude,
You're gonna fucking
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
You're gonna have to watch that if you like her because she was
Yeah.
fucking amazing in that.
Yeah. I'm gonna add that to the list. Actually, I have a list of movies I need to see. But yeah, I saw Atomic Blonde twice, and I remember coming out of it the first time saying I want to see that again, just to get like a more like
because there were a lot of twists.
There were a lot of twists, and there were a lot of like things going on. I wanted to get like a better understanding of the story and what was going on, and I actually did. I understood, and it still held up. All the fight sequences were still very impressive. Charlize Theron was just as sexy, and I would cuddle the shit out of her. Yeah.
You got to see her whole titty too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
For me, I put Baby Driver because I thought that was a pretty.
This is for action.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an action heist movie.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty good. Car explosion porn.
Yeah.
Like it did the Fast and Furious, but better than Fast and the Furious.
Fair enough. And I think this is actually one of the first categories where we don't have any kind of overlap, right? Because I put down Free Fire.
See, I was gonna put that one down, but I didn't. But I think Baby Driver.
See, for me, I agree with you putting it in the category. I just wouldn't personally put it there.
Yeah, I'm glad you actually mentioned that because I feel like I walked out of Free Fire like giving it like a 6 out of 10, but I actually feel like I was too critical on it, and I actually looking back on it, I do feel like I enjoyed it. So I kind of want to. I think I would boost it up to like an 8.
See, it's funny because it's an action movie, but it's not an action movie on a grand scale. They're stuck in a single fucking building.
Yeah, and it's contained, and there's like people like just fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. And there were a lot of strong contenders for this category this year.
Yeah.
There was Baby Driver. There was Kingsman. There was fucking, I put down Free Fire. There was Atomic Blonde. Like, there were so many good ones.
Yeah.
But I think Free Fire deserves it for me just because it did something different that I had not ever seen with the action genre.
Yeah. It's something I want to see again, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I went out thinking this movie's all right, and then the more I think about it, I'm like, okay, I can really appreciate this movie for what it did.
Yeah.
But no, that's my best action movie.
Okay, for next one, it's best comedy, and see, for this year, I don't think we got any that were straight comedies, because last year we had like Pop Star and Sausage Party that were like just we made this movie because it's a comedy movie, but I don't feel that there were any of those this year.
Well, I think the one I put down would go against that idea, but it depends on what you put.
Because I put Logan Lucky.
Okay. I put something different.
Okay, because I put that one because just like with Get Out, where Get Out was a psychological thriller, whatever it is, and a comedy, this one was a comedy first and then a heist movie second.
Yes. So this one put comedy first, which I agree with you on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I can very much understand
and it did good flipping between them, and I would...
Because the heist part was fucking brilliant.
That is,
And I will watch Daniel Craig explain chemistry in his redneck voice for the rest of my life. That was some funny shit, especially just to see. It was
because it was actual
funny.
Chemistry.
Yeah, it was pretty funny when he he put it in. They're like, "That's the bomb," and he's like, "Yeah," and then they show him actually writing down the equation. I thought that was some good shit. Yeah.
For me, this is where I think I disagree with you because. Of course, it's animation, but this is also a straight animated comedy, and it's Lego Batman.
Okay, see, yeah.
Because that one was one they obviously made for comedy first.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other animated movies we saw this year, which were,
story.
There were actually stories. So Lego Batman just fucking had me floored the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good-ass movie and a good-ass comedy.
Yeah.
Not to mention what they did with Batman was pretty funny, while also still saying somewhat in character. Of course, it's more parody than anything.
Yeah.
But it was great. And the fact they called back to, some really obscure-ass Bat villains, like Crazy Quilt and Condiment King.
Yes.
Were just like...
Clock King.
What the hell? This is great.
Yeah.
And then they saved the city... with ab power. Like
that. And it's just like
click. Yeah. Just it's a very Lego way to do it, but that's my best comedy. It's just there's not really much you can talk about in terms of comedy because it's so subjective, but it just did it well.
Yeah. You see, now I kind of regret putting what I put because I feel like Logan Lucky and Lego Batman were much better. But I put Guardians of the Galaxy too, just because again with the MCU movies, they're trying to make them more comedic. But I feel like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is the one where it fits the most
because it did it first.
because they did it first. Yeah.
So that one you go in expecting it.
Yeah, exactly. That's that, and I didn't genuinely enjoy like the comedy and the jokes and the one-liners that they had. But now looking back on it, like Logan Lucky was yes, and then Lego Batman yes, and so now I kind of wish I put those. But I mean, fuck it, I guess I keep it the same for diversity's sake.
Yeah.
And I should rephrase what I said because when I said no comedies, I kind of meant like adult.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I said this one kind of goes what you're getting, but not exactly. Because I get what you mean. There weren't like any live action.
Because we didn't get any like James Franco Seth Rogen movies except for the Disaster Artist.
No, there was.
But even then, that wasn't exactly.
Well, the thing is,
that wasn't a comedy.
The thing is, I think the only one that was like the one that you're thinking of is Girls Trip. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
we didn't see that.
We don't want to see that. And Bad Moms 2 and Daddy's Home 2.
I actually heard Girls Trip.
Oh, I saw that movie the other year too. Was Daddy's Home.
I actually heard Girls Trip was actually really good from like multiple people, not just like 40-year-old women yeah.
And then there was another one because there were 2 movies about women going out, and one starred Scarlett Johansson, and then the other one And I think was that Girls Trip?
No,
that...
no. The one that I'm thinking of was like for.
It had Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes, they go to New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, then they had the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I actually forget all about that. I
can't remember what it's called.
I
remember that it's a movie.
I know that exists somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah. Wait, am I introducing the next one?
You went first, so no. That means I'm introducing.
Yeah,
the
you're
next
introducing
one.
the next one.
So next one was the best thriller/horror. Wow, this one I wasn't quite thinking. So this one I wrote it just because it was the one that busted the category. But now thinking about it, I think I'm going to end up giving it to Raw too, because that one does technically count as a thriller and horror.
Every time we mention those movies, guys, it's just like, man, fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
So I'm going to go ahead and give it to both, just because it was like designed to be like a mainstream horror hit, and it was really fucking well done. So I want to make sure it at least gets some notice from me.
Yeah.
And then Raw, I think, was the best like indie horror.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And I've already talked at length of Raw, and everybody and their mother has seen it by now. Or at least if they're like horror, they've seen it.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm gonna, because I also did put it for my favorite horror / the thriller. But now looking back on it, I think I'm gonna give an honorable mention a second place to It Comes at Night.
Yeah. So you're gonna do the same thing as me. Best indie horror versus best mainstream horror.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
See, now for me, because what was the one that you said was stacked? Action movies, right?
Yes, action movies was stacked.
See, I think this category is the most stacked. Because we had Mother, we had Raw.
That one counts as thriller.
We had It. We had It Comes at Night, Killing of the Sacred Deer, Get Out. What else? There's other stuff in here that because I'm looking through all the movies.
Well, I will say at this point, I've only ever seen half those.
Yeah.
So.
Because
Alien Covenant, technically.
More, but I mean, that don't give a shit about that. That's disqualified.
Split.
Like worst movie for you.
Yeah. so.
But I think that one. I think that's the most stacked out of all of them, because this is the one that I had the hardest time deciding. I knew what one of them was going to be. I didn't know what the second one was going to be. So first for me is It Comes at Night, and that's because that movie actually, like, when I went home, I was fucking scared.
Really?
Yes, just because that one the beginning with his grandpa that scared the living shit out of me, and that movie made me so tense the whole time. I was just like,
it was incredibly effective.
See, funny enough, that was actually it for me. So like that was, I didn't have any nightmares or anything, but like I did have my phobia of the dark again for a little while, just for some paranoid reason.
I think that would have happened to me had I not finished the book in 2 weeks.
That is true. So like you already had the exposure, I did not.
Yeah. And plus, I saw the original one. Don't watch the original one.
I want to watch the original one anyway. Just for
watch it for Tim Curry.
Yeah.
The rest of it,
honestly, that is the only reason I would watch it, is for Tim Curry.
But so first was It Comes at Night, and that's because it actually like scared the shit out of me. Second one was Killing of the Sacred Deer, and that's because it made me like really uncomfortable the whole movie. Just watching how they interact with each other and what was going on, it like made me uncomfortable. Like I was like, I want to leave the theater, not because it was scary, but because it just like affected me in a way that I didn't know could happen in movies.
Yeah.
So for me, oh no, I already went that one.
Yeah, you introduced, so it's you.
All right, so this is best.
So
animated,
we went backwards. This is best thriller and horror.
Yeah.
Or, no.
Now we're doing best.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now you're introduced. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is best animated / kids movie. For me, Lego Batman. And I know like a big contender would probably be like Coco.
Oh yeah.
But like I feel like I thoroughly enjoyed Lego Batman more.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's yeah. That was a really good, fun, entertaining movie, and I feel like it's something you can enjoy regardless of whether you're a kid or an adult.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, and Coco was a great movie. The animation was beautiful, but I just enjoyed Lego Batman more.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
Because I think Lego Batman is my second in this category.
Yeah.
So.
I put Coco.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
See, like for me, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you've already seen Coco, you already know.
Yeah.
I'm a huge sucker for Pixar,
Mhm.
and the reason this one got bumped up due to both recency bias, since I wrote this up pretty much right after I seen Coco, and also just because I do like it more than Lego Batman.
And Living Dead.
And which one?
Because you're a fan of the.
Oh, and because I like the
Day
design
of
of Dia de los Muertos,
Yeah.
but also the skeletons.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Spooky boy.
this movie was right up my alley.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, that was a pretty easy category to get through. 'Cause
Yeah.
I figured like either it was gonna be Coco sweeps it or somebody's gonna have something at least a little bit different. And
Yeah.
Because the only other two options were Cars 3 and Lego Batman.
I think
Yeah.
there was another one, wasn't there? Well, one that we didn't see. I'm sure if we saw like Your Name, it might have.
Or
Yeah.
Ferdinand. Or freaking
Oh, yeah.
Cena play a bull same
Oh,
weekend
man.
as Star Wars.
How did that do? The
Probably
same weekend
really
as Star
fucking
Wars.
bad.
Probably, yeah.
It wasn't also animated by Blue Sky, just the
Yes.
one animated studio that like no one gives a shit about.
Did you know next year they're making an animated Grinch that stars Benedict Cumberbatch? And it's made by the
Shit.
same studio that
I
did
saw that-
fucking Minions.
That's doing. Wait. Wait, didn't DreamWorks do Minions?
No, that's what's their studio's name?
Paramount.
Illumination.
Thank
Illumination.
you, Illumination.
No, wait. I because this was on like some of the upcoming movie lists that you put for the hype list.
Yeah.
I saw the Grinch and I just scrolled past it, not thinking anything of it. I didn't know Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be the Grinch.
Oh shit! I didn't check out the hype list.
That's
Yeah, I didn't
actually
either.
I
We can do that shit later.
I
it's
mean,
fine.
yeah.
Well, I already got an idea of like 2 or 3 movies.
There's honestly a lot of stuff on both of like the websites that you
Yeah.
put. And I knew like eventually I would just have to like not put it. Then there was a lot of stuff that didn't like link to anything and didn't have a description for, so I immediately skipped those. But,
Yeah.
I can already have 5 from my hype list I can name off the top of my head. So
Well, we can do that later.
yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Because like 3 of them are hypothetical; they're not even guaranteed to exist.
Mhm.
But like I know there's gonna be something next year that's gonna fit these categories.
Yeah. Okay. You did that one. So next one, and this is a category we added from last year, and that's because this studio's been pumping shit out like
Nuts.
nonstop,
Yeah.
and it's all quality, and it.
Well, not all of it,
Most
because I
of it's
did
quality.
give another movie earlier, kind of put it on blast a bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But this is best A24 movie of the year.
Mhm.
And for me, I picked 2. One was It Comes at Night,
Mhm.
again, because I really enjoyed that movie. Second one, and this one is because it was actually like a solid movie, and that was Florida Project. And see, that one I didn't know anything about. We hadn't seen any trailers for it.
That's one I missed.
I saw like one trailer.
I didn't see any trailers for it. I was just looking at the movies that were out that weekend, and I was like, let's go see this. And it was really good, I think.
Yeah.
For me, this one's pretty easy to decide. It was Lady Bird.
Yeah.
Same.
It was like
Same,
like it was just a real fucking good movie.
Yeah.
You know, that movie actually, that has the most profit out of any A24 movie now.
Well, that's great. I
Really?
didn't think it would.
It
but...
just beat Moonlight.
Okay, see, I knew there was one. I think Moonlight would have beaten it out, but
No,
Makes
Moonlight
sense.
won, and then, because since they've been picking up more steam,
yeah,
Because
so
they
then
got
probably
extra stuff.
that makes more sense. Because
Yeah.
when Moonlight came out, they were still fairly underground.
because they started 2013
Okay,
was
well,
when they
really?
started releasing stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
about one of their first movies was Spring Breakers.
Oh God.
that makes
I
sense.
remember that. Yeah. I didn't see it.
That
but,
and The
yeah.
Bling Ring,
Because like the first movie
Was
I
the Bling
remember
Ring an
them,
A24 movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
believe it was. Yeah.
first movie I remember being like marketed by them was American Honey.
American Honey was A24.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
No, we saw plenty of movies before that.
What were the
about
ones?
them. Because the last year we
I
saw
think the first one I remember being marketed at least. At least that's maybe the
Green
first
Room.
One. Green Room. Fucking right, Green Room.
And so wait, wasn't Swiss Army Man before that? as
Swiss
well?
Army Man 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's when I first started noticing A24
Yeah.
as like a studio. However.
Yeah.
It's like those two are just like, okay, these are both good. Oh, they're both produced by the same studio. All right. And then I started noticing like, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw Free Fire by them.
Yeah.
We saw Lady Bird. We saw A Good Time. Yeah.
No, like they're a very interesting studio, so they're deserving of their own category.
Yeah, the way that I've like described it is that they're indie movies with big budgets. So like they kind of get like the feel of like an indie movie, but like they can have like the cast, or they can have like the location, or they can have like the CGI for whatever it is that they want to achieve.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but they still got like the feel of like an indie movie. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now for the best movie of the year category. So I think I got 3 for this one. One for best from a critical standpoint, one for the best from a personal standpoint. I'm actually gonna make it 4. One, like I'm making personal standpoint best like emotionally resonant. Then there's gonna be a third one that is like best that I just enjoyed, and the most one was like the one that makes me most excited for what's to come. So first one, best critical, Lady Bird. I think that's just the best overall, best movie of the year.
Yeah.
Most emotionally resonant was Coco. Again, I wrote this with recency bias in mind, but like that was, I just fucking adored that movie.
Yeah.
And I guess you could also tack on Logan.
I was about to bring up Logan because I was sitting next to you during that movie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that one isn't.
But it's really because like it was really only the last bit that was emotionally resonant. The rest was just good, but like Coco was emotionally resonant all the way
throughout.
through.
Okay, yeah.
And then next one was best overall movie. You guys both know, fucking Raw. So good. So good.
Oh man.
I need it on 4K Blu-ray ASAP.
Do you have a Blu-ray for it?
I do not actually, because I wasn't able to find one.
Yeah, they have them.
Well, maybe because I was looking at.
Whenever I would finish my calculus tests and we would go to Walmart, me and Casey, they have a Raw Blu-ray just sitting there every time we go there.
Fucking sweet! I'm going to Walmart.
Wait, did it? I thought it was like regular DVD.
No, well, they had a copy of Raw, and I think it's if you look at.
I can believe it being.
Okay, because like I looked up pretty like a month or two after release, and it didn't have it out just yet.
Yeah, a month or two. You gotta wait like 3 or 4 months.
Okay, so maybe I'll take a look at Amazon or something.
Yeah,
like, and I'll order it like after this, but. Yes, like that was a write-in, like very last minute. I was like, well, talking about all this, like I do really fucking love Raw.
Yeah.
And then what makes me most excited to come was the Kaiju Cinematic Universe, baby! Yeah. Yes! I want to see King fucking Ghidorah on the big screen. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Smash shit.
Let me get over you guys mentioning Raw, Brett. Just give me. Okay. So for me, my best time. God, fucking damn it. Best movie for me, Get Out, because it's one of the movies where like the reason why is because 1, it was a very good movie, but 2, it's all the stuff that you notice like kind of later on afterwards, all the like the small details, like when he says like oh yeah, like he got beat out by this one black man and for the Olympics and he never got over it, or and then there's the other stuff where the whites and the colored.
No,
like,
you can't. It's not just any black man. It's Jesse Owens. You know where he's from? Ohio. Fuck you.
I was actually thinking about this the other day when I was driving. Ohio, to me, I know it's a curse to you, but to me it's an anomaly. I feel like it shouldn't be what it is, but yet
because it's such a boring state.
It's such a boring state.
But there's some reason.
There's some weird shit that comes out of it. Yeah. It shouldn't be allowed to exist in the state that it does, but it does.
Truth.
Yeah. What was I
it just doesn't haunt you.
Yeah,
so we're gonna Get Out. You were mentioning
Get Out, yeah, and it's all the stuff that you kind of like notice later on that makes you see the brilliance of it, you know. So like, yeah, that's like when he when she mixes up. I do have one complaint about it, and it's when like she didn't hear like anything that happened downstairs, but then like as she's like running over her grandma, she hears that. That's some bullshit, right?
Not when she's eating Fruit Loops 10 and 2 style like a goddamn psychopath.
Yeah.
No fucking.
I need to go back and watch that movie.
Whites and colors are separated, yeah.
But for me, I picked 2, and one of them is for the critical, and one of them is for the one I enjoyed the most. For critical, I put Blade Runner because the story was okay, but that movie is like one of the most, besides like Mad Max, I think it's one of the most beautifully shot movies like I've ever seen.
I can see that.
Like some of those, like especially the shot like going into Vegas and it's all everything's orange, or when in the first part when like
everything's like going down into the city and everything's white. Yeah.
Well, not the city, but the like tent that Dave Bautista is living in,
like the greenhouse,
yes,
kind of thing. Yeah.
It's one of those movies where if I'm thinking along your lines, like you could pause it at any given moment and take like a wallpaper from it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a very picturesque movie.
Yeah. And then for the other one, I put War for the Planet of the Apes because how you were at the end of Logan was how I was at the end of that movie. It was the most emotional movie that I've seen this year. I had the most hype going into this movie out of any movie this year, and it lived up to it times 10. And for real, like that actor, I always forget his name. Motion capture man. Who is he?
Woody Harrelson?
No, motion capture man.
Shit. Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. That dude.
Mr. Snoke.
I am so pissed because he does not have an Oscar yet.
Yeah.
He played frickin'
Gollum.
He's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
As who?
He's the villain in Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he's one of the villains.
Yeah, he is.
He was in Age of Ultron.
So wait, he's not Killmonger.
Wait, didn't he get his arm chopped off?
Yes. Because he's the villain Claw.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. And then...
Oh, not in real life. Okay.
Yeah, no, not in real life.
What the fuck?
He played the King Kong that I fell in love with when I was little.
Was that Peter Jackson?
Yeah, the Peter Jackson King Kong.
Right.
And he played the new Planet of the Apes where, like... I've talked about it enough, but, like, for real... The character development across 3 movies, and they did it really, really well, which is just something you don't see.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all the categories.
Done.
All right.
Yay.
So, like, most hype movies.
No, we're doing that a separate thing. We are not doing this back to back.
Oh, we're doing like
we may do it later today or later on, but we're not doing it in one episode.
Well, it gives me time to take a look at like what movies are coming.
Exactly.
So
because that would be like a 4-hour long fucking episode.
Truth. All right. Well, we're gonna stop it at the hour and a half mark.
Exactly.
All right. So that was our Driveys of 2017.
Yay!
We'll be back in a short while after an intermission to talk about our most anticipated movies of the year.
Yay!
Yeah.
Peace out.